Good morning. This is John from the Springs Mennonite Church. I'm here today to start another week on another topic. And the topic I want to talk about this week is words. That may seem a little strange to you, but maybe by the end of the week it won't seem so strange. And I want to start out with the question, what are words? Really? Well, they're nothing more than sounds put together to describe something. This is a pen in English. In Spanish, it's a lápiz. Now, which is right, lápiz or pen? Well, actually, it doesn't matter. As long as we understand that lápiz means this or pen means this. Words are nothing more than a way to try and communicate, to share from one to another. Sometimes the words are to share danger. Don't cross when the red light is on. It's not that it cares whether you cross or not, but you're likely to get hurt if you do. We've got the roads around here they have redone, and there are all these signs that says there are no markings on the road. Well, what that means is there's no center line. And they're just trying to tell you, you got to be careful here. It's the words that convey some meaning. And you and I, we say lots of words. I don't know how many we say in a day. I think I read somewhere that women usually use 10,000 and men use about 2,000. I doubt that. I think that's a sexist description that may or may not fit any individual. But we use words to convey different ideas. And God says there's something important about those words. I read the other day that the tongue has no bones in it, but it can break every bone in even the toughest guys' bodies. The tongue is a muscle that gets used. And what it gets used for is dependent on the person who's controlling it. So let's look here at a passage to start out with from Proverbs 17 or 16 and verse 23 and 24. 23 says, "From a wise mind comes wise speech. The words of the wise are persuasive. Kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body." Well, let's take the first one. From a wise mind comes wise speech. What you say really does reflect who you are. How you say it really reflects who you are. And we just talk. Half the time we don't even think about what we're going to say. I suppose if we stopped and thought about each little word that might come out, we might not ever say much. But the mind, Paul says, gets transformed by Christ. The mind comes up with speech if it's a wise one. And it says that those words are persuasive. People listen to those who are wise. Now, unfortunately, in our environment today, a lot of people listen to those who are just loud. Somehow being loud gives people the right to say whatever they want to say. And the louder they say it, well, obviously, the more important it is. But that's hogwash. But you give words. And when you share words with those around you, or those words that come from a wise mind, or those words that help people do better than what they were doing. Verse 24 says, kind words are like honey, sweet to the soul and healthy for the body. Well, let's take a second and talk about unkind words. I'm sure every one of you has heard unkind words, maybe directed towards you. I hope everybody who's listening hasn't uttered unkind words to other people, but I suspect that we all have, even unintentionally at times. It says here that kind words. What are kind words? Words that uplift, words that show compassion and love and grace. Words that don't condemn or don't become condescending. Words that are kind are like honey. It's sweet. It's delicious. I don't even really like a lot of honey, but I know how sweet it is. I like honey in things. But those kinds of words, it says, bring health to the body. They bring wholeness to the person. They change people for the better. We've got a lot of words of Jesus. What we don't have is how he uttered those words. We don't have the emotion. We don't have the tone. We don't have the facial piece that go with the words. I wish we had that. Because I think when Jesus spoke, there was something about the way he spoke and the words he spoke that just pierced people's hearts. As a pastor, I wish I could find that when I'm preaching. And I keep trying, but I'm never going to find it all the time. Maybe occasionally. But what we want to be, I think, is the one who utters kind words. Look at little children. If you growl at them and you fuss at them, most likely they're going to cry. Well, when we get to be adults, we're too big to cry, but we might feel like it. The words that come out of your mouth right here and off of this tongue, they change people. And if they come out sweet and wise, they change you too. So I hope you'll think about that. I'm going to talk this week about it. Perhaps together we'll find something that'll make a difference in our lives. Thanks for listening. If you have a need or concern, let us know. We'll do whatever we can as fast as we can to help meet your need. And those are not just words. God bless you. I'll talk to you again.